Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I color my resin using food coloring. So right here, I have two different brands. This Market Pantry one is the generic brand that you can get at Target, and I get 4 colors in this box for, I believe it was under $2. And this other box with the neon colors is a more baking brand. So I got this box at Walmart for around $3.50. And using food coloring is really great because you'll be saving a lot more money than if you bought individual colors of these cast and craft color pigments. These little bottles can be around $7 if you have a Hobby Lobby near you, but if you order them online, you would have to pay for shipping and all that, and it could go up to around $15 a bottle, which is really expensive. So I chose to go with food coloring and just get 1 bottle of this cast and craft white. So if you dye your resin with food coloring, you'll actually get a transparent color, but if you want that color to be opaque, you can just add the white color pigment to make your coloring opaque. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that. And I will be making 2 gummy bears. These are the medium-sized gummy bear molds from Rockstar Hottie, and I'll be showing you guys how to make a transparent one and an opaque one. So let's get started. Hey guys! So I have my resin mixed in here. I'm just using a 1:1 ratio resin, and the brand that I am using is Amazing Clear Cast, but you can pretty much use any resin of your choice. So the food coloring that I'm going to use for this demo is going to be purple. So it is from this box, and this is the purple food dye, and I'm going to be using a toothpick. So I just open that up and put 1 drop in there. If you don't have that much resin, you don't even need a drop. You can just use half a drop, and I'm just going to be mixing it in with this toothpick. So you can see that it is very spotty, but as you mix, it will blend very well. So just keep mixing. And what's good about using food coloring is that the color is really concentrated, whereas if you were using acrylic paint, I know a lot of people use acrylic paint to color their resin as well. Acrylic paint is not as pigmented, so when you put more liquid in there, there's more water that gets into the resin, and that will mess up the curing process. So I'm just mixing, and you can see that this is turning into a transparent purple color. As long as you don't see streakness or spottiness in the resin, you can start pouring. So this is going to be my transparent gummy bear. So here's my mold. And I'm just going to pour straight into there. So I'm done with this one. I'm just going to set it aside. And if you are working with resin, it is really recommended that you wear gloves, but I just have a really hard time working with gloves because I feel like I'm very fat-fingered. So I don't use gloves, but you have to be really careful because it can definitely irritate your skin. Now to make the opaque purple color, I'm going to add a little bit of this cast and craft color pigment, and I'm just going to add a little bit. And I'm going to mix it in. So this is going to be my opaque purple color. You can see the difference between this gummy bear and this purple resin right here. And I'm going to take my second gummy bear mold and just pour this right in. You can also wait for it to degas a little bit, waiting for the bubbles to come up. So there we go. I have my 2 gummy bears, and you can see the color difference, that this one is much more transparent and this one is opaque just by adding a tiny bit of this cast and craft pigment. So this is the only bottle of pigment that I have, and I just got the white color because it is really universal. You can use it for lots of different purposes. And I'm just going to let these sit and cure, and I will come back and show you guys an update later. Hi everyone! So it's been 24 hours since I initially poured these gummy bears, and I'm just back to show you guys an update. This is what they look like in the mold still, and they are hard now, so I can tap on it, I can rub it, I can touch it, and it's not sticky. So I'm going to pop them out for you.
So this is the transparent one.
And this is the opaque one. So this is what they look like. And the gummy bear molds are not shiny, but if you glaze over them, you'll see that this one right here is a lot more transparent. Like if you look at it from the back, you can see very clearly that this is transparent and this is not. So here's what the finished pieces look like. You can always dome them or glaze them to add a little shine. And it is really hard. You can see that adding food coloring did not mess with the curing process. It is hard as any resin would be. So I think using food coloring is really good for making colors. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and thank you for watching.